Hello guys, in today's session we will cover two topics. These are how to install and set up Visual Studio for C# development, and second topic is create your first Hello World demo application in Visual Studio. Okay, so we will work with Visual Studio uh, 2019 edition. Okay, so our first topic is how to install and set up Visual Studio for C# development. Okay, so let's see how to do that. So we need to download the installer from Microsoft website of Visual Studio 2019. Okay, so let's launch Chrome browser and search here download Visual Studio. Sorry, download Visual Studio. Okay, so this is the official link to Visual Studio from Microsoft, visualstudio.microsoft.com. Okay, click on this link, download Visual Studio 2019 for Windows and Mac platform. Click on this link. Okay, if you can see here, uh, you can uh, uh, you can get three different editions of Visual Studio. One is Community Edition, and the second one is Professional Edition, and third one is Enterprise Edition. Okay, and the latest release of Visual Studio is 2019. Okay, so we will download and install and set up 2019 only, and we'll also cover demo in this Visual Studio only. Okay, so let's download the Visual Studio. Guys, let me tell you one thing. Microsoft provide you three different editions of Visual Studio: Community Edition, Professional Edition, and Enterprise Edition. Community Edition is for personal use and is totally free tool. Okay, as you can see here, it's free for students, open source contributors, and individuals. And if you're working in some company, then it's not a good choice because that is illegal. Okay, if you're working in some company, your company has to buy license for professional or enterprise edition. For learning purpose, you can install community edition on your personal machine. Okay, and if you want to explore professional or enterprise editions, you can download any of these editions, and you can get it free for 30 days. That is a free trial period, 30 days. Okay, so for now we will go with the community edition, and I will show you how to download the installer and install Visual Studio, and how to set up Visual Studio for C# development. Process is same for all these three different editions. You can download any of these. So let me start with the community edition. To download the installer, click on this free download link. It will start downloading one exe on your local machine. Have a look. It downloaded one exe file on my local machine. So it's downloading get completed. Let me launch this exe, and it will start installing Visual Studio Community Edition on my machine. So have a look. So it's asking me to give the permission to the Visual Studio installer to install the Visual Studio. Click on yes. Let me minimize all other windows. It's saying before you get started, we need to set up few things so that you can configure your installation. Click on continue. It's downloading some packages and required files for Visual Studio. So this is the next UI from Visual Studio. For C# development, you need this component. Okay, so by default, Visual Studio doesn't provide you any functionality, any SDK. Okay, if you skip this window, by default Visual Studio is empty. This is just IDE. If you want to do some development, if you want to write code in Node.js, if you want to create some application Node.js, then you have to select this component after clicking on this checkbox. And similarly, if you want to create some Python application, you need to select this particular checkbox. So once you click this checkbox and click on this install button, it will download all the dependencies for this particular SDK. Okay. Similarly, if you want to develop some ASP.NET web applications, so this is the component for that. And if you want to create some Azure applications, this is the component for Azure applications. This is for Python development. If you want to create some Python application, this is the component, or you can say SDK for Python. Let me unselect this because I don't want to continue with Python. And if someone wants to do Node.js development in Visual Studio, then you have to select this component. Similarly, so these are different components for different applications. Okay, and let me show you some more options. So this component is for mobile development with the C++. If you want to do some C++ mobile development in Visual Studio, you can select this component. Okay, this is for desktop development with the C++. Similarly, these are some gaming SDKs. If you want to create some game development or game applications, you can install these components. Okay, so as I told you earlier, we want to just focus on C# development. For C# development, this is the component. Okay, .NET desktop development. Have a look. It's saying you can create some console applications, Windows app forms, and WPF application using C# and Visual Basic and F# with .NET Core and .NET Framework. It contains both the frameworks. If you guys are aware about what is .NET Framework and .NET Core, then it's a good thing. If you are not, then we will discuss about it later. Okay. For now, you can select this component, .NET Desktop Development. It will install the .NET SDK on your machine. Okay. After selecting this component, you have to click on this install button. Have a look. Is installing these SDKs on my machine. So guys, if you are having different versions of Visual Studio, like I'm having Visual Studio Enterprise 2017 and 2019, and now I'm installing Community Edition of 2019. Okay, so you can have multiple editions of Visual Studio on your machine. Like now I'm having Enterprise Edition of 2017 and Enterprise Edition of 2019 also. And for demo for this video, I'm just installing Community Edition of 2019. It will take some time to download the packages and install the package. Okay. So you can see the progress from this particular component. So let's wait for the completion. So guys, setup got completed, and once setup is completed, it will show you this particular pop-up. Sign in to Visual Studio. Okay, so if you want to get sign into this Visual Studio by using some official account, you can do that. For now, we can just click on not now, maybe later. Okay, and the next screen is Visual Studio theme. Visual Studio has different themes like blue screen, blue extra contrast, and dark theme, light theme. Okay, so you can select any theme. By default, blue is selected. Okay, so I will click on Start Visual Studio. Before that, some people like to work in dark theme, like Visual Studio Code has dark theme, right? So you can select this theme. So it will just give you dark theme of Visual Studio. So I will go with the blue one. Click on Start Visual Studio. So it will take a few minutes to launch Visual Studio. Let's wait for it. So guys, have a look. It launched Visual Studio. So guys, this is the default UI of Visual Studio when you launch Visual Studio. Okay, it will provide you various options here. In this area, you will get all the projects which you worked on recently in past days or past hours. Okay, and these are options to create a new project. Like if you want to create a new project, you can click on this option, and if you want to continue without any code, it will launch the Visual Studio without any code. Okay, so I will click on create a new project. So it will give you various options here, like if you want to develop some console application, you can select console here, or you can select desktop, or if you want to do some game development, you can click on games, and if you want to create some mobile application, you can select mobile application. Okay, so I'm going to show you demo of console application. You can click on console. Okay, and from here you can select any particular language. If you want to continue with the C sharp, then you can select C sharp, or if you want to do development C++, then you can click C++. Similarly, you have options of Python and Visual Basic also. Okay, so we have to cover demo on C sharp. Let me click C sharp. Okay, and these are the platforms. Okay, if you want to create some application for Android platform, you can select Android here, and similarly you have options for iOS, Linux, Mac, Windows, Xbox. Okay, so I will just click all platforms. Okay, as I told you, in C sharp, or you can .NET world, we have two .NET frameworks. .NET Core is the latest framework, and .NET framework is the like older framework, but in some companies still they have projects with .NET framework. Okay, so you can select any of these. You can select .NET Core or .NET framework. Okay, so I will create one simple project, console application with .NET framework. So select this option, console application, .NET framework, click on next. And in Visual Studio, you have different projects in a solution. Let me explain you. If you guys have worked in Java or some other language, they have a project terminology, right? They have a project. In a single project, you can have multiple child projects, right? Project 1, project 2, right? In a single project 1, you can have project A or project B, right? Similarly, in C sharp, you have one common solution that is parent of all the projects. Okay, in a solution you can have a number of projects, project 1, project 2, okay, and project 10, but the parent entity is solution. Okay, so in this template you have to give the project name and solution name. Okay, and you can have the same name for project name as well as solution name. So let me give name as demo application, and click on create. And if you want to change the framework here, you can change it. I'm having .NET framework 4.7.2, and if you want to use any older framework, you can select from here. So let me click on create. This project cannot be created because another project already exists in the folder. So I'm already having one project with the same name in my workspace. So okay, let me change the name to demo application of let me put applications. Okay, I just put S at the end. Let me try now. So it's creating a project for me. So guys, this is the default UI of Visual Studio. Like any other tool, if you guys have worked on Eclipse or Visual Studio Code, there is some code editor in which you will write code for your application. So this is the code editor area. In this you can write code for your files or projects, okay? And these are different menus to create a new files or solutions or projects. And you have different options in edit and menu like cut, copy, paste, okay? And if you want to build your project, this is the option, build solution, rebuild solution, okay? And similarly, so this is solution explorer area in which you will get the hierarchy of your project or solutions. So our solution name is demo application S, and in this solution we are having one project, okay? Demo application 5, sorry, S. So when you create some console application project in Visual Studio, by default it will provide you one program.cs file, and in that CS file we have main method. In this console application, main method is the entry point for your application. When you execute this console application, it will start execution of your project from this particular main method. And you know that main method is the entry point for your application. Maybe you have heard this statement in Java, maybe in Python or some other programming languages. So similarly in C# in console application we have main method, that is the entry point for your application. Now we will write our first line in Visual Studio in our first project. So in Visual Studio, if you have to print something on console, we have one statement, console dot write line or write. So write method is used to write something on console without new line, and if you use write line method, it will write the given text in new line in your console. So let me use write line, and let me give some text, hello world, put semicolon at the end. Now our first demo is completed. We created one application, console application. In the main method we created one line of printing some text on console. Now how to execute this program? To execute this program you can click on this start button, okay? It will run your program. Have a look, it's building your project and running your program. Speed of execution is too fast that it will launch the console, it will print this statement, and it will close the console. And if you really want to see the output, you can use console dot read key. So after launching your console, it will wait for you to enter any key, and it will not close the console until you press some key from the keyboard. Now click on start button again, it will execute the application again. Have a look, now it's not closing your application, so your application is now in running mode until you press any key. So let me press some key from the keyboard. I can press any key from the keyboard, enter key, space key, or any key, okay? So let me enter key. Now it got completed. Similarly, if you don't want to use this console.read key, you can use one shortcut to execute this program. You can use F5 to execute this program. So F5 will execute your program without any debugging, okay? If you want to see the output on your console, you can use Control F5. So you can execute your program, console program, in many ways. One is you can click on start button, okay? You can press F5 from your keyboard, and it will execute your program in debugging mode. In the next session, we will cover how to debug your application, how to put breakpoints, and how to debug your application, okay? So in that case we will use F5. And if you want to execute your application without debugging, you can use Control plus F5. So let me show you demo of Control F5. I will press Control F5 from my keyboard. It will start executing our project. Okay, so this is the benefit of using Control F5. It will print hello world on console, and it will wait for us to enter any key before closing the console. And this line is commented now. So let me press any key, it will close the console. And I just show you 3 ways to run your program. There is another way. You can just go to your debug option and click on this start debugging or start without debugging. So I told you the shortcuts for these, F5 and Control F5. So these are 3 or 4 ways to execute your program in Visual Studio. So this is a very basic demo of creating your first program in Visual Studio and how to execute your program in Visual Studio. Okay, so I recommend execute your program using Control plus F5. It will execute your console application, and it will wait for you to enter any key before closing your console. So let me show you again. I'm just pressing Control F5. So it's printing hello world. Now you can have multiple console statements here. You can type console dot write line, and I can type welcome to C#. Or if you want to append some string, you can do that. You can write in this way, console dot write line, and you can use C#, and you can use plus operator to do that. You can use plus, and you can type and .NET. Now it will just concatenate these 2 strings, C# and .NET. Let me run this program. Have a look. So let me compare the output. So line number 13 is printing hello world, and it's there. And the next line is line number 14, welcome to C# is printing welcome to C#. Line number 15 is C# and .NET, so it's printing C# and .NET in the line number 3. So one thing to note here is printing everything in a new line, because we are using write line here. Let me convert it into a write method. Let me remove line from here. So it will write all the text in a single line on console. So let me run. Now we are not having a write line method here. We are having a write method. So write method will not create a new line on your console. It will just append your text in the same line. Let me show you the output. I'm just pressing Control F5. So have a look. Now you are having all the output of these lines in a single line, without any space and without any extra space or any tab value here. Okay, it's printing all the outputs from these lines in a single line. So console has these methods. Console, if you want to see the various methods in this console library, you can use console dot, and you can use if it's not listing you here, you can use Control plus space. You can use this key combination, Control plus space. So this key combination is used to get the auto completes or auto suggestions for your Visual Studio. Okay, you can use console dot write. Have a look. It's listing you 2 methods, write method or write line methods, and you can have a look. You can have a look on the description here. So you can read the description of this method as it will write the specified string value followed by the current line terminated to the standard output stream. Okay, and similarly you can have the description of the write method. So it's saying writes the specified string value to the standard output stream without any line terminator. Okay, so if you use write method, it will append the output in the same line of your console, and if you use the write line method, it will append your it will write your output of your console statement in the new line. Okay, so these are two methods to print your text or anything on your console. So this is your first a small demo of your console application. You can try this thing, and if you are successfully able to create your first program with the console or Tritlan, then you have successfully installed the Visual Studio and set up the Visual Studio with C#. So till now we have seen how to create one console application and how to execute console application. Now we will see do commands and how to write commands in Visual Studio, and how to use shortcuts to do commands in Visual Studio. Okay, and what is the benefit of command lines in Visual Studio? So till now we have seen that we are having multiple console.write line or console.write statements which will be executed in your Visual Studio. Okay, so I'm having one line here, line number 14, which is marked as comment line. So this will not be executed by C# compiler. Okay, so if I have to move these commands, now this line will be executed by C# compiler. Okay, so let's suppose you have some code, right, and you don't want to execute that code in your program, but you want to keep it here, right? So in that case you need commands. Okay, let me take one example. So in our example we are having two console.write lines here, right? So let me write more console.write line. So let me change it to let me write new code for that. So I'm having one console.write line. So in this method I'm writing line number 1. Okay, similarly I will have more lines with the same code. I will just change the line number to 2, 3 and 4. I will have 5 lines. Okay, so by default if you are not having any comment line here, so all the lines will be executed sequentially. First of all, line number 13 will be executed, and after that line number 14 will be executed, and after that 15, and after that 16 line number, and after that 17 line number. Okay, let me show you. So it's printing in a sequential order, line number 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5, right? So let's suppose in some case we have to we don't want to execute this line, this console.write line number 3. We don't want that. Okay, but we want to keep the code here. Okay, if you don't want that line in your program, one way is you can delete this line, but if you want to keep the code here so that you can use this code later, so for that you can have comments. You can comment this line. If you comment this line will be executed. This line will not be executed by a C# compiler. Now how to write commands in Visual Studio. So Visual Studio you have two types of commands. One is single line commands. Okay, and second is multi-line command. So single line commands are achieved by using double slash, and multi-line commands are achieved by single slash star and star slash. So this is opening statement for multi-line commands, and then this is the ending statement for multi-line commands. Okay, now let me show you demo of both. First of all, let me show you demo of single line command. Let's suppose I want to comment this line number 3. So you can put these two slashes in the starting of this line. Now if I execute this program, C# compiler will not execute line number 15. Okay, so it will skip this line. Let me show you the output. Have a look. It's printing only line number 1, 2, 4 and 5. It's skipping line number 3. Okay, similarly, if you want to if you don't want to execute line number 5 also, you can put / here. Okay, now C# compiler will not execute line number 3, this one and this one. Okay, it will only execute line number 13, 14 and 15. Let me show you demo. So I just executed. Have a look. It's printing line number 1, line number 2. It's not printing line number 3 because it's commented, and again it's printing line number 4, and after that it's not printing line number 5 because we commented that. Okay, so these are single line comments. Like I show you, these are single line comments. And now if you want to, let's suppose you have one scenario in that you don't want to print these 3 lines, line number 3, line number 4, line number 5. Okay, one way is you can just put / in front of every line. Okay, so right now we are having only 3 lines. Okay, so it's easy for us to just put / in front of every line. Let's suppose we are having 1,000 lines or 10,000 lines of code that we want to comment. Then how can we do that? Okay, to do that we have these multi-line comments. Okay, you have to just put this opening statement at the start of that code and this closing statement at the end of that code. Okay, so if I have to just comment these 3 lines, okay, let me put some more lines here. Okay, so let me in case I have to comment these all these lines, okay, line with the line number 5, so I can write this opening statement here and ending statement here. So in this case we can just comment the whole code using only two lines. Okay, 2 lines of code. Instead of putting / in front of every line, you can simply write this this statement. Okay, this is the opening statement and this is the closing statement. Using this you can comment multiple line. Okay, these are known as multi-line comments. Now if we execute this program, it will print only these 4 lines. It will not execute these lines. Okay, so have a look. It's only printing line number 1 statement, line number 2, line number 3, line number 4. It's not printing all these commented statements. Okay, so these are called comments in Visual Studio. Okay, and if you want to write any documentation about your method, okay, let's suppose you are having some method here that is used for adding 2 numbers, right? Let me move this method to here. Okay, so let's suppose this method is adding 2 numbers and return a plus b. Now you created one method here that is adding 2 numbers of integer type, integer a comma integer b. Okay, and you want to provide some documentation here. Okay, like what is this method, what are the arguments passed to this method, and what is the return type of this method, right? And you want to tell your colleagues like what this method is doing. Okay, so in that case you can provide some comments here. So you can mention here this method is used to add 2 numbers of integer type, and return type of this method is integer. Okay, so in this way you can provide documentation to your method. So so you can use comments for that. Okay, and you can write a single line comment also. This method is used to add two numbers. Okay, so this is the using this commenting strategy. You can write comments in your Visual Studio in your C# code. Okay, you have two approaches for that. One is single line comments, and second one is multi-line comments. Okay, so it's a good thing to put or provide some comments in your program. You should provide some documentation here, like what your program is doing, okay, and what your method is doing. Okay, that's all about comments.